It's rich with Easter eggs. So rich with Easter eggs, they saturated it. Tells me a lot. The stuff that I did pick up on tells me a lot. Like, they look like they already have plans for season 2. You gotta watch the first minute of the episode as many times as possible in slow motion.
Yes.
There's clues in that first minute about what it looks like. There's clues in that first minute, not only about Miss Marvel, but about where Steve Rogers may have been. I'll just say that. That alone, people go back now and look. Yeah, I knew that.
You worded that very well. I would have just snitched. You did good.
What were you saying?
Do you see any like future villains at the end?
We saw future villains in the first minute.
Wow.
Shout out to Malcolm Spellman, writer of Captain America 4. Alleged writer of Captain America 4, who's checking in with us and everything. Salute to you, sir. You know what I mean? I know you're not going to confirm whether or not that to do with what you're writing, but
somebody let me know.
There is a quick scene where she is drawn Captain America, Steve Rogers Captain America, in monsters with these types of God, what do you call these? What's that word? Onomatopoeias? The
Onomatopoeias?
Onomatopoeia?
Onomatopoeia.
Huh?
I don't want to pee now.
So anyway, the words that make the sounds. And
onomatopoeias.
Big sound. It's onomatopoeias.
Onomatopoeia.
And it's the
God bless you.
It's a big hiss. And
yes,
that said to me was we might actually be getting a Captain America 4 that approaches the story of the children of Set, which is not really Set's children, right? It's Sliggers.
You mean Sliggers and Damballa.
Right. So the children of Sliggers.
Think about the Serpent Men. The children
of the snake, right? Which they could still also connect to the Serpent Crown, since we get a name more, right?
Yeah.
Or it could be just the Serpent Society, and it's just the whole history of the children of the snake. We never saw. I have no understanding or what happened to Steve Rogers after he left to put the stones back, right? He came back old. We know that the TVA was cleaning up a bunch of timelines. Sylvie messed that up. Somewhere something happened to Steve that allowed him to get old. We still need and want that story. And then we see this picture of Steve Rogers fighting Snake Man. All I'm saying is, on this note, I'm dropping the mic on that. We might actually have seen our first Easter egg as to what happened to Steve Rogers and what we should be expecting in Captain America 4. It's also a great villain or a great foil for Sam Wilson, because there can be a lot of them, but they're not so powerful that Sam can't fight them and beat them with some help. And we're trying to figure out what's a good what would be a good antagonist for the new Captain America who doesn't have any powers. You know what I'm saying? And is going to go through a die-hard situation, a die-hard type scenario, you know, to find his next level of superpower and also find his strength to be able to lead the next generation of the Avengers.